After Spider-Man decides to share an apartment with the Human Torch to ease the rent, within just a few weeks of living together, Peter is already completely fed up with Johnny's pranks. One morning, while getting ready for work, he decides that this will be the day he finally kicks the Human Torch out. However, just as Peter is about to leave, Johnny shouts that Electro is attacking the neighborhood across the street. Spider-Man rushes out in a panic, taking off his suit to save the day, only to find Johnny in the kitchen without pants, laughing and revealing it was just another prank. Spider-Man then prepares to leave again, now even more stressed. But after Johnny reminds him to grab his jacket and Peter thanks him for it, he opens the closet to get his coat, only to be sucked into a portal to the negative zone. Yet another inconvenient situation caused by the Human Torch. Peter soon finds himself surrounded by several bizarre creatures. But after remarking that he actually needed something to blow off some steam, Johnny eventually shows up to save him. Peter explodes in anger, saying this has gone too far, but in the end decides to give the whole roommate situation one last chance before heading to work. At work, Peter is giving a very important presentation on one of his new projects when his global emergency phone suddenly rings. He immediately stops everything in a panic to answer it, only to discover it's Johnny asking him to bring drinks home. This makes Peter completely lose his patience, and he starts yelling at the Human Torch for misusing the emergency line, while, behind him, people tamper with his project without him noticing, ultimately ruining the presentation prototype. Later, Peter buys the drinks Johnny asked for, and after Johnny calls again, asking him to grab some chips as well, forcing Peter to go back to the store through a storm, Spider-Man arrives home, completely soaked and furious, only to find Johnny throwing a massive party with several aliens. Deciding to at least try to enjoy himself and relieve some of the stress from his terrible day, Peter joins the party and tries some strange drinks offered by a party-loving alien horse. In the end, he goes completely wild, having more fun than ever, getting into a few fights and even hooking up with an alien at the party, all while Johnny dances nearby with Mary Jane. The next day, Peter wakes up thinking he may have overreacted about kicking Johnny out, and admits he actually had a lot of fun, even as the Human Torch keeps teasing him about Mary Jane. However, as soon as Peter decides to take a shower and enters the bathroom, he immediately sees something so horrifying that he changes his mind on the spot, shouting for Johnny and demanding that he leave the apartment. At first, Johnny doesn't understand why, but the moment he looks into the bathroom and sees Annihilus using Peter's toilet, he instantly realizes his mistake. Overwhelmed by the horrible smell, he agrees to move out as soon as possible, completely unaware that Peter will soon have his revenge.